the night. Puzzle mania fills the room. Hearts racing, we feel the zoom. Victory is almost near. Speed and fun, we have no fear. Puzzle pieces like a storm. Shapes and edges we transform. Patterns forming under stress. Speed puzzling at our best. Every second counts today. Focus sharp, don't drift away. Lost in pieces we unite. Building worlds with all our might. Whispers humming in the air, laughing, dancing without care. From the chaos, order springs, puzzles solved in joyful flings. Pieces flying in the air, clock is ticking, no time to spare. Colors blend into the scene, solving puzzles like a dream. Hands are moving light and quick, got our tricks and perfect flicks. Every corner piece fits tight, speed puzzlers, we own the night. Puzzle mania fills the room. Hearts racing, we feel the zoom. Victory is almost near. Speed and fun, we have no fear. Puzzle pieces like a storm. Shapes and edges we transform. Patterns forming under stress. Speed puzzling at our best. Every second counts today. Focus sharp, don't drift away. Lost in pieces we unite. Building worlds with all our might. Whispers humming in the air, laughing, dancing without care. From the chaos, order springs, puzzles solved in joyful flings. Pieces flying in the air, clock is ticking, no time to spare. Colors blend into the scene, solving puzzles like a dream. Hands are moving light and quick, got our tricks and perfect flicks. Every corner piece fits tight, speed puzzlers, we own the night. Puzzle mania fills the room. Hearts racing, we feel the zoom. Victory is almost near. Speed and fun, we have no fear. Puzzle pieces like a storm. Shapes and edges we transform. Patterns forming under stress. Speed puzzling at our best. Every second counts today. Focus sharp, don't drift away. Lost in pieces we unite. Building worlds with all our might. feels like a dream.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's competition, number 52. It's great to have you all there. And yeah, participating tonight. So we had 88 registrations so far. There might be another couple of people joining us in the next few minutes, but really great to have you there. And welcome also to those following us on YouTube. Yes, and don't forget to like and subscribe. We want to have a 1,000 subscriber giveaway on YouTube. So don't forget to like and to subscribe. We're not far away. Yeah, so welcome also to Catherine and Joanna and Francisca, who are helping me tonight.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, so Catherine, tell us about the theme for today's competition.
Yes, so the theme for today is puzzling and mental health, kind of in a broader spectrum. We asked the question if puzzling can help you with your mental health, and if so, how? And maybe if you have other hobbies that can help you to like de-stress and kind of switch off from the stresses of modern life. And I'm really excited about the answers that we got in. We got so many answers, and it's great to see that that puzzling seems to be like a great tool for people that they use in their daily lives. So I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah, so then let's start off with you. How is speed puzzling beneficial for your mental health?
Yeah, I think for me, it's really just like a lot of you have also said this, and we're probably gonna keep hearing this, but it's a time where you can just like kind of focus on this one thing and like blend out everything else that's going on in your life, and like any stress, any work-related issues, if you have health issues or anything like that, it doesn't really matter like the time that you spend on your puzzle. And so it has been for me a good, bringing a little bit more balance, I would say, into my my stressy week.
Yeah, no, that's really great. That's also so a lot of the answers talked about just like the like you can't focus on other things, you just focused on your puzzle, and so like whatever's been like bothering you or like what's on your mind kind of tends to go to the back of the mind, and you can just focus on the picture in front of you. And the other part of the question was what other hobbies do you have that also help to hang on, how did I ask it? What other hobbies do you have that help you to relax or to give you time out from the stress of daily life? Like what else is similar for you, has a similar effect like puzzling?
I also like to crochet, and I was very excited to see that a lot of the people that are participating tonight also like to crochet or knit or do any of those kinds of hobbies, like where you do things with your hands and just kind of away from the screens. Which is another thing that I think is great about puzzling, is that you are not in front of a screen, especially if you work on a computer all day and then you like scroll on your phone. It's great to get off of that. And I also just enjoy the outdoors, like going for walks with my dog and just kind of being in nature and having that side to it as well. And a few people have also answered that. How is it for you, Michelle?
Well, for me, I find it's just very relaxing. So if I'm not talking about speed puzzling, just puzzling in general, it's very relaxing. And I also like the fact that I'm not in front of a screen, because my husband and I used to watch a lot of movies in the evenings, and it's kind of been replaced, but also since speed puzzling, it's more like if I have the time in the evening, it's like I would rather do a puzzle than watch a movie, because and my husband, then he reads a book, and it's also a nice evening activity. Even if we're doing separate activities, it's like we're not just browsing Netflix. Like, what else is there to watch? And I would say for me, my favorite hobby apart from puzzling is gardening. So just being in the garden with like tomato plants and bees buzzing around and giant sunflowers. Like, for me, I just like lose track of time, and I think I'll just pop in the garden for like 15 minutes, but it turns out to be like 2 hours. And that's also like, I could just sit there and I could just enjoy the moment, and other thoughts just disappear. So I also like to ask the question to Joanna, who's helping out as virtual assistant today. So how is puzzling beneficial for your mental health?
Hi, Michelle. Hi, everyone. Well, for me, I think there are 3 categories, like general speed puzzling, and then I can focus only what I am doing, and is piece by piece, and not thinking about anything, only speed puzzling. There is puzzling general, and then my thoughts just flow and figuring out, and I thinking about different things, but not thinking actually about them. I don't know how to say it differently. Hope you understand. And there is a 3rd category when I meet with my team and my puzzle community, and we can talk and share our passion about puzzling. So that's it about.
Yeah, no, that's really nice, because for you, like if you also have the opportunity to meet together with people, that is also another very positive aspect. Not necessarily that you're just you're not being quiet and just like disappearing into your thoughts, but you're actually like bonding and enjoying that social aspect and coming together. So that's it's good that you a nice way to put it into like 3 categories. So and what are your hobbies other than puzzling? What brings you inner peace?
When it's more warm outside, I like to walking and riding a bicycle. I really like doing that, and I think that would be all, because in my free time I'm mostly puzzling.
No, that's lovely. So we look forward to hearing, as time permits, I will mention some of the comments that we received from our puzzlers, interesting hobbies. So actually a lot of people into crochet and knitting, walking, hiking, yoga, and some other really nice peaceful activities. So thanks very much, Joanna and Catherine. And I'm just going to check that we'll be ready to go. Okay, so we have 97 in the meeting, so it looks like everybody's here. Okay, let's open the puzzle. Let's unwrap.
The most exciting part. It's a small box, a small square box.
And this one has stickers on it. These stickers are really tricky. Best you slice them open with a knife or scissors. Don't try to peel them off.
From the first look of it, it looks like a really cute puzzle. Is it a square puzzle?
It's a square box, but everybody, please keep in mind this is a portrait puzzle. It's in it has a poster in it. So let me just bring that up. Okay, yep. So everybody can so the wrapping should be off, the plastic stickers should be off. there is a poster in there, and this is, so it's a rectangular portrait puzzle. If you like, you can take out that poster already now. It's a bit flimsy, I have to say. So if you're going to put it into, if you're going to lean it up against something or put it into like a holder, I had to kind of like bend it, make it like this, just so that it would not like fall over, completely flop over. But yes, be kind to your mind. That's the theme for today. All right.
Perfect.
So everybody put your puzzle lid back on and put it back on the table. Then I know we're ready to go. Okay, looking good. Let's do a countdown. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck. Good luck.
So this is Gibsons, and the title is Be Kind to Your Mind.
I love that. Especially because so many people are looking at puzzles as this relaxing time. So it's really fitting.
Yeah, so the artist is OMG Kitty, and this is from Gibsons. It's a UK brand. So Catherine had mentioned the theme before of like puzzles as therapy, puzzles for mental health. And then when I was thinking of a theme where I thought, oh, hang on, this actually fits. So yeah, we have a very, so not many colors in this image. Block colors.
Lots of black, yes.
Yeah, and text. So we had some text the other day that was diagonal. This one is a bit curvy. And yeah, then we have some clouds, and yeah, there is like not that much difference in the colors. So it'll be interesting to see what people pull out first.
Yeah. Yeah, this might be a trickier one. What stands out to me are the cactuses and the sun. Because I think those pieces might be easy to spot in the mix, and then what? Then we have to see what people's strategies are.
Yeah. So
yeah,
on the screen we have Erin from the UK, Agnes from France, Amy from the UK, Andrea from the US, and she's puzzling at the same table as Hannah. She's visiting Hannah in Finland. And Andrea, I'm assuming she must be really tired, because like literally like 2 days ago she was doing the 24-hour marathon, and then she must have just jumped on a plane, and here she is in Finland.
But everything for puzzling.
Yeah, but I'm really glad that she made her plane and arrived at Hannah's in time for the competition. So that's great. We also have Andrew from the United States and Anna from Cyprus.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see that a lot of the people are puzzling on a white background, because I think with this puzzle maybe that might be a small advantage because of all the black pieces. But you know, I'm always pro white tables, but I know that people have other preferences and they get better at performing also on other types of tables. And everybody's still flipping. So we're only like 2.5 minutes in, or maybe 3 minutes. So there's not that much strategy to be seen yet.
Yeah, maybe would you like to respond to the comments in the YouTube chat? There was
Yes, let's have a look what people were saying. So Hilimoni says they love the topic, and mental health is really important to talk about. Yeah, I totally agree. And I also think the more we talk about it, the better it is for everyone, and people can really benefit from it the more actually we discuss it. They also say that they've suffered from some depression and anxiety, and that puzzling has really helped them relax and taking the mind of anxious thoughts. But slow puzzling and speed puzzling would stress them out. Well, I find with slow puzzling, you do have more time to think about other things than just a puzzle. And when you're speed puzzling, there's really nothing else that you can think about other than what you're seeing right in front of you. So maybe try it out. Then we also have Sandra, who is sometimes also helping out behind the scenes, and she's also crocheting, which is amazing. We need to have like a puzzle crochet club.
That's also what I was thinking.
I'm trying to make clubs happen everywhere. Yes, blue science, speed puzzling is pretty good for anxious thoughts. Your brain is too occupied to think about anything else. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking before as well. Like you really have to you are just thinking, what am I doing next? Which piece goes where? Does this piece fit here? Does that fit there? And you can't really have any anxious thoughts if you're really into the flow of it. That question has been answered about the newsletter. SJ says she has done this puzzle and it's trickier than it looks. All right, so if you have any guesses for how long you think this is going to take, keeping in mind that it might take longer than you think, because I also saw the image and I'm like, ooh, this is a nice image, I want to puzzle it. But I believe SJ when she says that, so feel free to leave your guesses. And also if you want to share anything in the comments about puzzling that is related to mental health or other hobbies that have helped you with your mental health, like sharing is caring. Let's share all of our things that have worked for us in the past.
Yeah, thanks very much, Catherine. We can continue the conversation in the chat. I'd love to hear from our viewers as well. So we have Anna from Sweden on the screen, and Annalise from Belgium, Annemie from Switzerland, and her family of unicorns. And I saw her mum was also her mum was one of the first people to join the meeting, and she was also setting up her unicorns in the corner. It was very cute. We have Astrid from Denmark, Barbara from Austria, and Birgit from Germany.
Yes, and we see people are pulling out, starting with some edges, I see, and then somebody is pulling out that, I'm assuming it's like a purplish color. Is that like in the circle?
It's like one of the waves of the desert, like on the sand dunes. They have different shades. There was like an orangey color in there.
Yeah, with like flat illustrations like this and with colors that don't have any gradient in it, it can be like confusing to figure out which color goes where. So usually my strategy is to just pick a color that stands out the most and then just kind of build from there.
Yeah, so it looks like most people are going for the border, and Charlene is pulling out the sun and the sun's rays. Yeah, also Carolyn has also taken the sun and the sun's rays and put them off to the side as well.
Yeah, those seemed like more distinct features of the puzzle, because smaller lines than in the other places.
Yeah, so there's actually two three pinky colors here. So you've got one that's a bit darker, a little bit purplish, and then you've got two different shades of pink. One's more like a coral pink, and yeah, so I actually quite like that because I could actually tell the difference quite well between the different pinks. So that was also quite nice. Yeah, I found that. Yeah, and I at first when I saw the image, I just thought that was a really fun image. But it was took longer than expected. I'll tell you my time a bit later on, and which colors I pulled at the beginning.
We're having the first guesses coming in from the audience, and they are quite low, I have to say, like 38 minutes, 36 minutes. it seems really fast for this puzzle, but we've been surprised before, especially the last couple of months, with people just coming in and like really crushing our expectations for how fast the puzzle can be done.
Yeah, I'll just tell you, we don't have Christian in this competition. So, but we do have some other fast people like Hannah and Andrea, Anami, Mari, Tobias, Vicky,
Kati.
Lenka, and Kati. Yes, Inga, of course. So we'll see them in a bit. But yeah, so who knows? We might be. Who knows? We could get another sub 35 time. Yep. So on screen we have Cameron from Canada, Carolyn from Germany, Charlene from Switzerland, Christine from Denmark, and Claudia from Germany.
I love that Charlene has like some piles going on. It looks like she made like a pile with all the writing. I'm assuming people will probably end with that. So it's good to like sort, even if you don't start it, it's good to have it sorted and kind of out of the way, and you can like focus on other things. But yeah, most people are doing the edge. I think that's a smart idea to start there.
Yeah, so on screen, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. Go introduce.
Yeah, we have Daniela from Netherlands, Daria from Denmark, Dietmar from Germany, Dora from Switzerland, and Edith from the United States, and Ekaterina from Russia.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if you have the edge done, and while you're doing the edge, you're also kind of learning all the different colors that are obviously connected to the edge, but also in an image like this, like you said before, there's different tones of the pink and different tones of the purple. And if you are kind of focusing on the edge and they're all connecting, then you kind of get a feel for the for the colors to look for, and also like where they're going to go. So it might be easier to place them and know what you're doing. Ekaterina looks like she doesn't have that much space on her table. I'm like worried.
Yeah, the portrait ones always go a bit deeper, so might have to push that keyboard a bit further away later. So so it's now we're at the 11-minute mark, and we can see some different sections being built. So Ekaterina's working on the yellows. So she's got the sun and like some of there's like a yellow cloud as well. There's also yellow in the sand dunes. And then we can see Edith has like more of like the purplish color. Also there's a purple cloud and like a stripe on the bottom border, as well as one of the sand dunes. But it's nice. It's sometimes we had, like the last time that Catherine was here, we had the one with the Live Your Zest Life, and everybody was doing the same part. Everyone was doing the lady.
Yes.
So here it's kind of nice to mix it up a bit and see, people are working on different things. Some on the border, some on the different colors. But everyone.
What I love about speed puzzling as well is that people tend to start in different spots, but they always like end in the same spot. Usually the hardest part of the image. And even if you don't know which one it will be in the beginning, you'll find out the more you puzzle which one is going to be the hard part.
Yeah, so just going to switch things up a bit.
Yeah, okay, so now the guesses are like 42 minutes and 25 seconds. A very, very exact guess. Somebody else is guessing a smooth 40 minutes. Yeah, I think we're probably there in the right ballpark, like late 30s, early 40s. That would also be my guess. Somewhere around there. Usually when I'm in the chat, I also put a very exact guess, just because I think it's funny to do. But when I'm talking, I don't dare to tell you my exact guess.
All right, so so I just want to mention some of the hobbies of our participants who were on screen before. Yeah, so Astrid likes knitting and doing yoga. They have a similar effect of, helping her to zone out. And Anime says her daily problems are far away when she's puzzling. My mental health would not be as positive as it is without puzzling. And of course, her hiking in the mountains gives her that same effect. Birgit says that she loves to knit socks. And Christina says when she's speed puzzling, she can't think of work, household chores, or problems. She just focuses on the motive, and going for a walk gives her a similar effect. All right, so on screen right now we have Elena from Latvia, Ellen from the Netherlands, Amelia K from Finland, Amelia L from Finland, Emma from Sweden, and Everly from Estonia.
And we can see Ellen here is building from the inside out. So she started building whatever is in the circle and has finished that, well, not the whole circle, but the colorful parts of the circle. We see Emma, who has the edge almost finished and is working on the sun right now. Elena is also working on the sun. It's hard for me to see what Emilia K is doing.
But, she's also doing the inside of the circle. She's doing the sand dunes and the cactuses.
Yes. And Emilia Lieberman looks like she's working on like multiple sections at the same time. She has like different kinds of clusters of pieces.
Yeah, I just want to point out something I realized is that the black inside the circle is different to the black on the outside. So the night sky is more like a dark gray. So you can, when you do have the pieces side by side, you can differentiate between what's inside and outside the circle. Also, the black that's on the top and bottom border, that's more like a dark gray.
All right, that's good to know.
If anybody's listening to the live stream, but they might have have their headphones and listening to something else. Yeah. So Ellen said it helps her when she's stressed or scared, and she actually did puzzles a lot when she got really sick, and that was one thing that eased her mind a bit. I think it's also a good point that this is an activity you can do when you're sick. Yeah. So that was also mentioned a couple of times, which also helps.
Yeah. In general, puzzling is very inclusive in that way. I mean, anyone young and old can do it, and it doesn't really discriminate you unless you can't sit or something at the moment. Even then, I guess you could also puzzle when you're lying in bed. Someone in the chat says that they have the knitting in front while watching the live stream, which I also like. I like the multitasking of it. You have to do something with your hands so that your eyes can concentrate on something else.
Well, that sounds lovely that somebody's knitting at the same time.
Yeah.
All right. We have on screen at the moment Philippa from Portugal, Freya from Denmark, Frigina from Hungary, Gabriella from Romania, Hannah from Finland, and Hannah from the UK.
Yeah, and there we see some nice progress from people. Also, Frigina is kind of like Emilia, just building like everything at the same time, it seems. She's like, she can't decide, so she's just building everything. Philippa, way more organized, has the border done, but the complete border done, and it's like working on a smaller section in front of her, and then I'm assuming she's gonna like lift it into place. Freya also has the border done, is working on the sun. And it's interesting to see Hannah's perspective with Andrea in the background. And I just hope they don't mix up their puzzle pieces.
Yeah, that thought also crossed my mind as well. Yeah. There was something I was going to say and it just fell out of my mind. Yes. Oh, yeah, Freya. So Freya is in Denmark, and she just started up some speed puzzling competitions for Danish participants. It's
Nice.
she has an Instagram account called Puzzle Studio. Look that up, whatever that is in Danish. I remember Puzzle Studio, but it's something like Puzzle Studiet or something. And she is organizing that. So good luck to Freya, and I hope some Danish people will enjoy her competitions. All right.
Yes, Freya, if you want, after you're done, you can put your handle in the chat on YouTube, and then people can find it. If you can hear me. Oh, somebody already did. Puzzle Studiet, if I pronounced that good. Oh, and also the person who was knitting, like, let us know, what are you knitting? I want to know.
All right, we have Inga S. from Lithuania, Inga from the Netherlands, Irma from Switzerland, Jana from Czechia, and Jana Lena. Hello, Jana. Jana Lena from Germany. Yeah, and Jana Lena said that it helps her to avoid just doom scrolling and spending too much time on social media, and she enjoys playing the piano and crocheting.
Yeah, I also saw a lot of people saying they enjoy playing music, which I never thought about it, but yeah, it totally makes sense that that'll help you to relax. Because not only are you doing something that takes your mind off of your everyday worries, but also you're producing something that hopefully sounds nice. So it is also soothing to play the piano, I imagine, if you're good at it.
Yeah, so
they're knitting a shawl. It'll take you a while, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm going to leave Inga from the Netherlands up there. She's doing a really great job, has almost got the circle filled out. So we're at 21 minutes, and she also has us, a couple of the clouds also done. That's looking really great. So it's taking me a bit longer to scroll through because for some reason, every time I put a person on the screen, like my list of participants jumps up to the top again. It's never done that before, so I have to keep scrolling back down to find where I was in the list. But we're gonna keep on moving.
Yeah, we're only at J, so we need to make sure we get everyone. There's so many more people.
All right, so we have Jenny from Finland, Jessica from United States, Johanna from Finland, Johanna from Germany, and Judith from Switzerland. Judith from Germany.
I love that we're getting more and more people also from outside of Europe, even though they're called the Euro Jigsaw Jams. And it's great to see that people take the time also out of their day to come and participate in the speed puzzling events. It just goes to show how important the sport is for people. And, I would too, honestly.
Yeah, well, we did last week. We had someone participating from Australia, but they actually were in Australia. She used to live in Germany, and unfortunately, I forgot to mention that. But she used to live in Germany, and I actually puzzled with her on a team. And then Louisa went back to Australia and also ordered some puzzles to Australia, and Jackie from New Zealand and Amber have also ordered puzzles. So we'll see some more folks from down under join us.
Nice.
Okay, we have Jukka from Finland, Julia from Austria, Kati from Germany, Katrin from Switzerland, and Kirsten from Germany.
Yeah, and it looks like Kati and Inga are kind of around the same. I think maybe Inga is even a little bit further than Kati, but they're really close. I can't really see Kati's whole table, so I don't really know what she has going on there, where her hands are at right now. But yeah, they've both completed the inner circle or are close to completing the inner circle, and they both have not worked on the border so far. So I guess there's like two teams. It's like team border or team inner circle. And Katrin also has a lot done already, but it's all disconnected. So it's like kind of hard to tell how much of the puzzle is done, but she has the sun, she has a few of the clouds, she has the bottom part of the inner circle, but she also has, I think, done things that are outside of the inner circle. So that also looks very good, very promising. Yuka has, yeah, the border done, is working on some parts, has like floating islands on the inside, and so has Julia. And Captain is working on the sun.
Yeah, so I actually made the mistake. So I think I made a mistake when I started this puzzle, because I looked at the cactuses and I said, oh, yep, I'm going to start with green. So I pulled out green, and then I realized the border of the circle also has green. So in the end, I had so many green pieces. And I realized I kind of made a mistake, but I was like, no, I'm committed to this now. I'm going to do this. And so I did start with the cactuses. I built up like the left and right sides of the border, which contain the green pieces, and then I kind of left all the rest. So, but I had a huge pool of pieces that I had picked with green and bits of like lettering on it, and then I jumped around it, but then I kind of attacked it like a busy puzzle. So I was doing like, oh, here's the sun, here's a cactus, oh, I can see this cloud here, I can do that cloud there. So I haven't seen anyone kind of quite doing it like me who picked out the greens, but I think other people did a more solid approach on this one.
It's interesting that you say that, because when I saw the image, that was also what I said. I'm like, ooh, the green jumps out. But yeah, of course, it's also different seeing the image on the box and then seeing the pieces on the table. Because often, I don't know if you also have that, Michelle, but often I look at the box and I think I'm going to start with a certain thing. And then once I see the pieces on the table, I'm like, no, this other thing is so much more prominent, or this texture is way more visible, or the thing that I wanted to do is way less visible than I thought it would be. And then, you know, you adapt and you change your strategy.
Yeah, I do that too. And it's, yeah, I'm not so sure if it's the best one. I often think, I look at the picture and I'm like, yep, I'm going to do this. And then as soon as the pieces are on the table, I'm like, oh, no, I feel like I'm collecting these ones now. All right, we have Leah from Denmark. Sorry, I lost myself. Leah from Denmark, Lenka from Slovakia, Les Pozzo de Blitz from France, Laura from Denmark, and Kirsty from Finland on the screen. And I'm going to keep moving, but yeah, Lenka is looking really great there. Has also got significant patches done.
Yeah. And I also love what Lenka wrote in her, to answer the question. She says she loves puzzling while learning languages. I find that really fascinating. I'm assuming she's like puzzling and then listening to something in a different language.
No, she likes to listen to the live stream.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not now, but I mean when she's puzzling.
Yeah, she
normally
likes.
not in a competition.
She mentioned that she listens to audiobooks. Like when we did the Hogwarts puzzle, she's listened to that in several languages. And some of the languages she's learning include Swedish and Japanese. So
yeah, fun.
Yeah, so we also have Linda from the Netherlands, Lynn from Germany, and her husband is at the same table, also doing a puzzle, but a different puzzle. So yes, I also hope that their puzzles don't get mixed up, and I hope she has enough space. But very nice that he's also there. And we also have Maya from Finland and Mandy from the Netherlands.
Yeah, we see some solid progress now. We're like just under 30 minutes. People have done bigger sections are ready to go. Not a lot of people have connected stuff yet, which leads me to think that it's definitely like more difficult to connect if you're not working from that middle section outward. It's very interesting to see all the. I rarely see so many like scattered approaches when we're doing these Euro Jigsaw Jams. I'm looking close at what people are doing. So it's really interesting that with this puzzle, people are kind of building islands everywhere.
Okay, so we have Mari. Wow, Mari has done a lot, but she's done the top border and bottom border and bits of the middle. So she's only got the text left to do. So she's possibly ahead.
Yeah, it looks like it, because
like she's done what Kati has, but also a bit more.
Yeah. So she took a completely different approach than everybody else. She went like top down and bottom up, basically, and then middle outwards, kind of. So she still has to do the dark parts of the inner circle, and then she still has to do the text, which I'm assuming is going to be for everyone probably not only the hardest part, but also the last part that people will attempt to do. So I don't think she'll be finishing like super soon, but those guesses are looking more promising.
Yeah, like so we're at 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely possible. So we also have Maria TB from Sweden, Marian Rusnak, that's actually Timea. She's 12 years old, so she's our youngest solo participant, and she's actually done several Euro Jigsaw Jams, and it's great to see her. She's got some nice working on those clouds and those sand dunes. We also have Marie from Norway, and Martina from the Netherlands. So I'm going to leave Mari up there, and let's see who else is in doing well.
Yeah, Inge is working on the top and the bottom section right now. She has the middle is finished, and she's working on the stripes that are going out from the middle. From the top and the bottom, I mean, towards the middle, or the other way around.
Okay. Okay, so we have Milla. She's from Finland, Mayday from Poland, Nana from Denmark, Nia from the UK, and Nina from Denmark. So I'm going to move a bit quicker that we can also catch up. At the end of the alphabet, we have also Tobias and Vicky still to come. So, yeah, we still have a lot more good puzzles to come. We also have Patrick.
Yeah, it's not easy with so many good puzzlers.
Yeah, we also, here we have Patrick with his familiar table setup. He's doing it sideways. Oh, as is Rachel from the UK. Then we have Ramona from Switzerland, Erika from Finland, and Sammy from the United States. The Sammy has also done a really significant chunk. Looking really good there, Sammy. Okay, I'm going to just keep moving because... yeah, Mari's doing very good.
This would be her, I don't want to say it because I don't want to jinx it, but this might be her first win.
She won the Ebu one, which also had text. Yeah, the Ebu climate action. So we have.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, we have Simona from Germany, Stephanie from Germany, so Stephanie K from Germany, Stephanie H from Germany, Susanna from Germany, and Tamar from the Netherlands. Yeah, and I want to keep an eye on Tamar because I don't know anything about about her, but twice she has been, like, I we didn't really have her on our radar, and then suddenly she was there like in the top 10, top 15. So another really good puzzler from the Netherlands who
Yes.
we will find out in due course.
She also has the top done, she has the bottom done, she has the sun, and she has the colorful parts of the circle. So she basically only has like the blacks left and the text, which puts her in a really good position.
Okay, so we also have so we also have Taya from Finland, Tobias from Sweden, Valentina from Belgium, Verena from Austria, and Veronica from Germany. I really like how Tobias has like an almost complete circle. Like it just that when that circle is filled out, it just looks so satisfying. Like
Yeah. Yeah, Verena's puzzle also looks pretty good. She has a bunch of puzzle pieces inside of a puzzle, which is a pet peeve of mine to not do that. But it definitely looks like that's just her way of doing it, and she definitely is doing it really well because she also has lots of sections done. Everybody else kind of has the edges done, is working on different sections on the beginning. Veronica also has like big parts of the puzzle done, but like not put together. Just put the sun inside.
Yeah, I think if she moves the sun a bit closer, like to me, the sun was closer to the cactus than I expected. I kind of was doing it as a separate section, and then at some point I was just like, oh, it actually connects, because like the bottom sun ray is like one piece away from the cactus top. So just move that in together, and then
it also looks like she could connect the bottom part already to the circle there. So I think if she has those pieces out of the way, she can just kind of connect it and then continue from there.
All right, we've reached the end of the alphabet. Okay, good. So 36 minutes. So already at our last competition, somebody had finished 6 minutes ago. That was Christian. So we managed to make it through to the end of the alphabet, which we didn't manage last time. So the last people, we have Veronica from Slovakia and Vicky from Hungary.
Yes, and we see Vicky also doing good progress. She took a similar approach, I guess, to Mari, where she finished where she's working mostly on the top and bottom sections, and then doing the middle. Veronica is also at a similar point where it's like she's working on the beams that are going outwards from the middle. She has the middle circle almost finished, and that's kind of where we're at. I'm just looking back at what Mari is doing, and she is like using those little American trays to her advantage, and she's kind of built. I think she's was she like shape sorting on it?
I think she's pulling out black with, or like green and white. Yeah, not the pure blacks, but like black with a bit of something else on it, so that she can fill out the outer circle border, like Yeah,
I always find circles so hard when puzzling, because your pieces are square. Unless you do a round puzzle, then circles make more sense. But if you do like a square puzzle or like a rectangular puzzle, and you have a circular image on it, I always find it tough. Like wheels of bikes and
oh yeah, all the spokes of the bicycle. Oh, those are terrible. But I did learn my lesson from last time. I didn't attempt the text, because last time I attempted the diagonal text earlier, thinking, oh yeah, it'll be easy, I can just put the letters next to each other, and then realized like it was the text was like unidentifiable. So this time I thankfully did leave the text till the end, and I basically tried to fill out everything else except for that. So my time for this puzzle was 1 hour and 21 minutes, which happens to be the exact same time that it took me to do the Gibsons crossing the Ribble, which I really did not expect, because everybody knows crossing the Ribble was really, really tough. And I honestly thought, I really thought this would be much easier than that, but to end up with the exact same time as crossing the Ribble might give you an indication of how long this takes. But yeah, I'll be interested to know from the participants if they do both of these. Do you get the exact same time as crossing the Ribble, or is this one easier? Let me know after the competition.
All right, I'm also looking at Kati right now. I see her on my screen, and she is filling in the blacks, and there's not that many pieces left to be filled in, and then she only has the text left. Maybe there's like, I don't know, like 20 black pieces left in total. Kind of similar to Mari, just that Kati already has the border finished. So they're very close together.
Yeah, so on screen right now we have Mari, Andrea, Astrid, Emilia K, Kati, and Inga. So yeah, I would say Kati and Inga and Mari are at a similar point. They're all just filling in the last text. So those three are in the lead. But Emilia K is also, she has a bit more to fill out outside of that ring of words, but also, not too far behind. Astrid, has also filled out most of the blacks, so now I'm gonna focus in on filling out those words as well.
So we have passed the first guesses are over. We're like over 40 minutes now, but we're getting close to SJ's guess of 42 minutes and 25 seconds. I don't know if it'll happen. I don't know if they can do this text in 2 minutes. I mean, yes, you can do the text in 2 minutes, but realistically, I'm not sure if that can happen. What other guesses did we have? 46 minutes. That might be that. I'm thinking 46 is probably attainable.
Yeah, I just want to point out that Ellen is not too far behind her sister Inga. So yeah, both are looking really good. So Ellen has a little bit left to fill out on the top part of the frame, and then she's going to be going for the black corners, and I think Inga is in the lead. Yeah, because Mari also has the black pieces left to do. But actually, no, I think it's probably between Inga and Astrid, because Astrid has done the black pieces, black corners, as well as Kati. Yeah, well, several people could be there, so it's not decisive yet. So ladies, just keep on doing your thing, and we'll see in a couple of minutes. How's it looking?
Yeah, this is also something where, some people might be a little bit better at the text than others. So even if you're like maybe a little bit behind right now, if you can speed up towards the end, like it's definitely doable to overtake whoever is in front of you. And I have to say, like, there's a bunch of people that are pretty much at the same spot right now.
I feel like we're getting a 2-for-1 deal here. We get this angle from Hannah, we get to see Andrea at the same time. So if I want to check in on Hannah and Andrea, I'm going to check on Hannah's camera, then I can see both of them. But yeah, looking good there as well.
I wonder if it's an advantage for them or a disadvantage to puzzle together.
So I think that Tama, when we checked on her, she was doing quite well. Okay, so she's also closing in.
Yes, everybody's ending with the ring of, what should we call it? ring of doom.
No, it's a positive message. Remember, be kind to your mind.
Yes. Yeah, remember the message when
The
you're
positive,
doing it.
it's the positive ring.
Remember the message. Be kind.
Yeah, just based on the number of pieces, I would say Inga is in the lead. And then Astrid and Kati only have the white and pink pieces left. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Inga has sped up. Let's go, Inga. Yeah, once you have this connection that your inner ring is not just floating around anymore, but it's connected to something, I think then it's kind of like the next stage of the, of the puzzle where you can like, okay, it's in the right spot, and then you can just kind of fill it in, and hopefully that's how it'll go. And I see people doing like a similar technique with the text than people were doing with the Monaco puzzle from the worlds, where you kind of work your way, like instead of working from the text, you work from the white towards the text. Because I can see people are like putting in like the all white pieces first, and then kind of edging their way into the text itself.
So C. Mulliner says it should be called the King of Kindness, the Ring of Kindness.
The Ring of Kindness.
Okay, so we have Kati, Astrid, and Inga working on the Ring of Kindness. There you go, and Ellen as well.
Yes. And once the Ring of Kindness is not moving around anymore, it'll be easier to like focus on getting it attached somewhere. But yeah, this part is definitely the hardest always, I find. Like text is always kind of like, ugh.
Yeah, I have to say my strategy for the Ring of Kindness didn't quite work. So my first strategy was to do the green outer ring, and I managed to do like the flat pieces, so the one on the edges, and then I tried to line them all up to try and see like the green was all going in the same direction. But it normally that works with other curves or lines, but this time it didn't work. I just didn't find any fits. And then I went to what did I do? First of all, then I looked with all the white pieces that had like a tinge of black on them, and that were like kind of touching like the night sky, so the ones that were kind of bordering that. And yeah, because there are a lot of pieces that also have like a tinge of another color. There's some of them also kind of spread into the clouds. So there was just like sometimes just one knob is like a pink, and then you realize, oh, it goes up the top there by that cloud, or it has like a little bit of a bit of the orange, so it's touching the sand dune. And then I basically tried to do as much like as I could that way. But yeah, it was hard slog. So much more pleasant than crossing the river, but just time consuming.
Yeah. Someone in the chat is asking how Lenka is doing, and I just switched to her view, and she's filling in the Ring of Kindness. So she only has the white and text pieces left as well. But yeah, Inge is closing in on the ring. There's only, I don't know, maybe like 30 pieces left, and very similar to Kati. So I think, and Astrid as well. She has these like pure white pieces still lying there that I think might be going somewhere else. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, like Inge and Kati have completed the pieces on the left and right sides that are pure white, and now they only have like the text to figure out. But that looks nice on Lenka's dark table.
Yeah, and Astrid is building the text kind of like letter by letter. I see she just like, I can definitely see the word mind emerging, whereas Inge and Kati both are like not, like not building the text for the text, but more like kind of what I was saying before, kind of build towards the the text from the white from the outside.
Yeah, I had to do some shape sorting here, I have to admit. So I would try a piece and I would try it in multiple places, up on the top words, then on the down words, and then I would put it aside and kind of place it roughly like that. When I would put the done pieces, the already tried pieces, that they were somewhat shorted by shape. Because it was just like there's like, I mean, if you look at Ellen's picture, you can see there's like more than 50 pieces with all whites and pinks mixed in together. But it doesn't look like Ellen or Kati needed that. They're just trying and eliminating, but it's all going back into the same pile.
Yeah, now like Inga has maybe 10 pieces and Kati has, I think, maybe 12 pieces. So it's very, very close between the two. And there's probably going to be like a few seconds between them. Oh my God. And Inge is like, she's like picking a piece, putting it in, picking a piece. Oh, there's only 3 pieces left. 2. And
oh,
yes.
Yay, going, congratulations.
Woo!
Woo. So 49 minutes. Wow. Yeah, that shows you how tough this is.
Yeah.
And the final
Kati.
pieces for
Kati.
Kati. Oh, just like, what, 15 seconds later or something?
Yes.
Well done, Kati.
Good job, you guys. That was amazing to watch. I feel like Inge, like in the last few like minutes, just kind of like sped up and just was like.
Yeah, no, so looking really good. Yeah, so we're seeing on the thumbnails, we're seeing a lot more inner circles being completed. You can see these nice, chunky islands in the middle. And let's see who else is in the running. But yeah, it looks like for third place, we have either Lenka, Amelia Kay, Astrid, or Amari.
Yeah, I'm trying to find like who else we need to check in on.
Yeah, I've just put Anami and Hannah and Andrea on the screen. Oh yeah, so Andrea is now on the circle. Hannah's just finishing off the black corners, as is Anami.
Yeah, I think third place is gonna be either Astrid or Lenka, because they both. I think Astrid is a little bit ahead of Lenka actually. Well, she has a few pieces like on top of the puzzle. Now she's just putting those in. They just go right in. I see Mari is resorting to shape sorting, which, it's probably something I would also do. And sometimes it can be faster, and sometimes to know when you should shape sort can also help you sometimes. There you go, Astrid, third place.
Congratulations, Astrid.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah, so that was
Well done.
52 minutes, so just a couple of minutes behind. So just 2 minutes behind Kati.
Congrats. Podium places. How many places do you consider podium? Just the top 3, or would you consider like the top 5 or the top 6?
Well, we always do the graphics for the top 6, but podium is the top 3.
All right. So.
And then we have the top 10. So there's kind of the top 3, 6, and then 10.
Yeah.
So I'd like to check on Vicky. I haven't seen her in a while. But Veronica has progressed to the circle of kindness, and Vicky will be on her way soon. Still got the black to fill out.
Yeah, Tamar is also working on the circle. And then who else did I want to have a look at?
Tobias must be getting close as well. Oh, and Ellen too.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Ellen is also, she has connected the circle. Emilia K, it looks like she's also very close. And I feel like Mari, Lenka, and Emilia very close together, and then Ellen right behind.
Yeah, I
And
just
then
want to
maybe I'm missing someone.
just want to point out that I think that's Astrid's highest placement so far. So I'm pretty sure she's been in the top 10 before, but like third place is really fantastic. So congrats for Astrid to making the podium for the first time. Yeah, so
Astrid says, I'm shaking.
yeah. Oh, that was amazing. Yeah, such a tricky puzzle, but yeah, then it played to her strength. So we also have Alenka coming in on the close, and yeah, final 20 pieces for Mari. Amelia also has about 20 pieces. So it looks like fourth would be Lenka, and fifth and sixth, Amelia and Mari.
Yeah. And then from all the people I can see, I think then it would be Ellen.
So Lenka, the duck is watching.
There you go.
Better finish quick. Congrats, Lenka. Fourth place.
Congrats.
So Ellen's coming in strong as well. She's got more of the circle filled out than Veronica or Tamar. This could also be Ellen's highest placing. She's placed 10th. That was her best result when I remember correctly.
Yeah, she's getting closer and closer to Inge.
Yeah, now they're
no
training.
Rivalry.
Yeah, now they're training together as pairs. Okay. So coming. I wanted to check on Tobias.
Yeah, this is also, if you're doing a puzzle that's a little bit harder, it gets harder the longer you're puzzling, because you put so much effort into these first 30 minutes, and then you're getting more tired and you're getting more tired. And now we've been doing very highly concentrated puzzling for the last 55 minutes. So it's also normal for people to slow a little bit down as they are going faster.
Yeah, sorry, of course I made a mistake. Yeah, of course Ellen came second in the Jan van Hasteren by 4 seconds. So yes, she has placed highly before. But for a non-Jan van Hasteren puzzle, I think this is her best placement. Thank you for the correction, Inge. But yeah, Tobias is looking really interesting here because he's done the circle and he's got blacks left. So there is a unique approach.
Different strategy.
Yeah, so he's done the pinks of the circle and just got pure whites and pure blacks to do. So that's going to go really fast.
Yeah.
And you can see Mari has done a bit of shape sorting. But yeah, it looks like Amelia K is coming in for fifth.
Yeah. These are the last few pieces. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, excellent. Well done, Amelia.
Good job. 57. So Mari has maybe 12, 13 pieces left. Inge, I would say a little bit more, maybe 15, 20-ish. Tobias doesn't have that many pieces left, and I would think they would be easier to place than to place pieces with letters on. So that should go relatively fast as well.
And I've just added Sammy to the screen, and she's only got the orange text left to go. So everything else is filled out. So she could be. Oh yeah. So here's Mari doing her finish. Mari takes out 6th.
Woo! Finally, you did it. Well done.
Okay, so on screen we have Hannah, Andrea, Veronica, Ellen, Tobias, and Sammy. Looks like Tobias, no, it looks like Veronica's just got a few more left, just like 10 pieces. Tobias and Veronica will be very close. And Veronica is like, we have another, so that's Veronica from Slovakia, who's just about 10 pieces away. But Veronica G from Germany is also doing really well. Only got the circle of kindness left to go, the ring of kindness.
Yeah, I guess it's a ring more than well, the circle would be the whole thing and the ring is just the ring. So.
And then we have the inner circle, which is the the cactuses and the night sky. So Verena K just got the letters left to do. Oh, Andrea is looking for a piece.
Oh, yeah. Make sure it's not with Hannah on the other side of the table.
Okay, Andrea takes out 7th. Well done, Andrea. And here comes Tobias.
Has like 3 pieces to go, and Veronica V also has like 2 or 3 pieces.
Oh, Veronica gets there. Just got there like 5 seconds.
Like 5 seconds later.
5 seconds before Tobias, but they're still both in the top 10. So Veronica V takes out 8th, Tobias claims a 9th.
It has been a while since we had a puzzle at the Euro Jigsaw Jam where not everyone in the top 10 finished under the hour, I feel like.
Yeah, because we've had a lot of puzzles where we had like 20 people finishing under an hour or more.
Yeah.
Or even like up to 30 people finishing in that time frame. Okay, so I'm going to... So our winner tonight was Inga. So yeah, Inga, if you'd like to join us.
I was actually watching the stream to watch Ellen finish.
Oh, okay, where's Ellen? Oh, yes, here we go. Let's enjoy.
We'll watch together.
You can comment.
Well, I was actually already going like, go Ellen, go Ellen, go Ellen. Sorry.
Oh, she's got a missing piece, 2 missing pieces. Oh, okay, so Ellen made 10th.
Top 10.
Okay. Okay, well done, Ellen. Congrats on top 10. Still looking for 2 pieces. Okay, so if anyone has missing pieces, take a picture and let us know, because we can try and match them up.
Now everybody's finishing. Hannah just finished. Congratulations. Sammy just finished. Well done.
So I'll just update the screens. Yes. So hello, Inga. Tell us what you thought about today's puzzle.
So I love the theme. I think I really liked it when the question was about mental health, but the puzzle is also very nice. I mean, I've had some mental health issues as well, and I think puzzling really helps with that. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Not sure if the circle was kind, but yeah. Actually, I also started with pulling out the greens for the cactuses, and I was like, oh no, there's a lot of different greens, and I immediately stopped. So it was funny to hear you say it, because I was like, yeah. I was also like, oh, let's do the cacti, but no.
Would you like to maybe talk a little bit more about like what you have written in? So I'm just gonna like read it out to you, and then we can discuss. So you wrote, I like that puzzling can help to empty your mind, take your focus off your troubles. Puzzling soothes your brain, and I wish I had more time to puzzle. in this particularly stressful period? And then, so let's first talk about that, and then we'll talk about the other part of the question afterwards. So, like, what exactly do you think is it about puzzling that can soothe your mind so much?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I think it's just, yeah, it's also good for your brain and your memory, but it's also, I just really like also casual puzzling, like the Ravensburger crypt, for example. It's like, it's just, you're just slowly trying some pieces, and then it's always very satisfying. Then it's like every piece you do on the crypt puzzle is like, yay, because they don't go in that fast. I'm not sure really what makes it, but why it's so soothing. But yeah, I think it just really helps to take your mind off of things. But also, if you're puzzling with someone else and it's casual puzzling, like you can also just, have a cup of tea and do some chatting, and that also really helps, of course.
Yeah. Something I've noticed as well is when you're doing more casual puzzling and you put a piece in, you get like happy when a piece fits, especially if it's a difficult puzzle. And then I was thinking, well, and when I'm doing speed puzzling, I'm putting the pieces in so fast that like all of these little moments of like being happy just kind of accumulate and give you like this adrenaline kind of a boost. Do you also feel that when you are speed puzzling, or do you only like have that when you're more like casual puzzling?
No, so when speed puzzling, you cannot really think about other stuff. So that's really, you're just, in focus mode, and you're just doing it. I really like when speed puzzling, when you're going really fast and it's like click, 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 click. And then that's very satisfying.
Yeah, like especially at the end of a puzzle when you only have like a few pieces left and they just go like. You also wrote that like some other hobbies that help you with your mental health, or like just going in walks in nature. Like Michelle and I already talked also about like just nature, and then like doing some crafts. Can I ask like what kind of crafts are you doing?
Yeah, it was hard to explain in the short text that I wrote, but like we make wishing cards for birthdays and other occasions. So I actually, I've been doing that my whole life basically, but then I do it a lot with my aunt, and then when the pandemic happened, we couldn't really do it together anymore, so we started puzzling crafting together via Skype. So we've actually been doing that a lot, but it's also like our therapy sessions. So because when you're just cutting some paper and you're gluing stuff together, so it's just really mindful as well. But then we also talk about our struggles, and we really understand each other, have like similar struggles sometimes. So that's also, it's really like therapy for us. And then also sometimes we're just, doing our own thing silently, but you're still sort of together doing something. So that also helps, even when you don't have energy to chat about it, and you're just like, someone's there.
Yeah.
So that's I think my main mental health hobby. But puzzling as well. But that's also like a sport, which was the theme last time, I think. So
yeah,
a little bit of both.
I like that you have this like a bonding experience that goes together with the crafting that you do. With like you said, with the speed puzzling, then you come at it from a little bit of a different angle, and maybe you also have then other things to think about than just talking about your day or having a bonding experience with something. And it might also occupy your mind, maybe in different, or like tingle like different parts of your brain when you're doing the speed puzzling. Would you like I don't know, would you recommend people would puzzle if they have a certain I don't know, maybe just like you said, to be more mindful, I guess?
Yeah, I think it's a very good thing. So you already shortly mentioned that Ella said that it really helped her when she was sick. So actually she had a whole bunch of, I think it was a school. They drew they made some drawings for her and they sent them to her by post, and they added 10 puzzle pieces into it. So over the course of weeks and weeks and weeks, she kept getting like 10 pieces every time of a 1,000 piece puzzle. So I think like a couple got lost in the mail somewhere, but it has been, she really enjoyed that. And then we've also been doing that for other people who had gotten sick. So we've also been sending them puzzles in batches.
Yeah, I love that idea.
That sounds so nice. I love that.
Yeah, and so for Ella, they just sent her random pieces. So it took a very long time before she actually could put stuff together. So when we did it for other people, you're like, okay, let's make sure that at least some pieces will already fit. But yeah, I think that was also a very nice thing they did for her.
So was that her school class, or is she a teacher?
No, yeah, I don't really know the specifics. So you should ask Ella for the details, because it's been a while. But yeah, it was super, super sweet.
Yeah, that's a really cool idea. And just then, you know that other people are thinking about you and they're sending you these puzzles, and you have something to do.
Yeah, and then often when you get sick, when you first get sick, people are all thinking about you and sending you messages. But then when you're sick for like half a year, then after the first month, you don't hear anything anymore. So it's also a nice thing because it keeps going for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good point. I like that, because yeah, as you say, it's easy like when you hear an announcement that so and so is sick or so and so needs prayers, and then you like putting a lot of thoughts and messages and maybe send a card, and then sometimes quite some time goes past, and then you might forget to check up on them, or you might think of them but you don't know what to say, or like if you think, even if you know it's like going not so well, or if nothing has changed or nothing improved, but you just want to reach out. It sounds like a really nice way to kind of just send like a little bit of positivity in the mail, and give them something to take their mind off the situation.
Yeah, so that's all the good that puzzles can do.
Yeah, for sure. And also the other aspect I find now with the puzzling is this whole like community that is growing around the puzzles, which can also be good for people's mental health, especially I think if you're a puzzler, because a lot of puzzlers tend to do their hobby at home, and the events they kind of force us to be a little bit more social. And social contacts are always good.
Yeah, and the puzzling community is super nice. I think for a lot of hobbies and sports, there's like it's some nice people, some less nice people. But I feel like with puzzling, it's like everyone is just amazing and supportive. Also, like it's a competition, but still people are mainly just happy for each other. And I really like the whole positivity of the community that really makes it very enjoyable.
Yeah. And the community is made up of of us individuals that are in it, you, me, like everybody who's watching here and stuff. So it's just a testament like to, I guess, to us as people. And I hope it stays like that. I really do. I'm a little bit scared if it gets like super big, that there's gonna be like, but I have faith in our community that it'll stay like this.
Yeah,
and not get super competitive or anything like that.
Yeah, I really like the point that also the people So not only the puzzle is like therapy, but like the actual support from other people is really positive. And that's something that other people mentioned as well, is that like everyone is like really happy to support other people and to congratulate people and, you know, cheer for them. And I think that is, you know, one of the unique aspects of puzzling as a sport, is that, you know, when someone gets a really fast time, like people are like, wow, congratulations, and not like, you know, like jealousy or something. In your other sports, have you ever had like the bad side of like the competition or the pressure?
No, not really with sporting, but I think you have like some of the other maybe. No, not maybe actually. I've also been doing some board game competitions, for example, and I think the community there it's not the same as the puzzle community. It's really, yeah. I didn't have any bonding with other teams joining with board games. So I'm not sure. Maybe that's a different type of competitive, because you're actually, you know, with 4 people playing a game against each other. So that it's really, yeah, more against each other maybe. Because speed puzzling, of course, it's about what you are doing, and well, there's other people doing stuff as well, but it's mainly about your own results. So I think maybe that's the difference between puzzling and some other sports. And then, because my other sport I do is bouldering, so climbing, but there it's also just about what you are doing. It doesn't really matter if someone else yeah, it's all about your own improvements and your own performance. So maybe that's the difference, because there the community is also very nice. Maybe that's just doing a competitive sport, like actually against each other, that there's more us, them, or something like that.
Yeah, I was just also thinking that same thing as you were talking about it, that maybe for sports where you have teams and then teams are competing against each other, that you have a really good, you can have a really good click with your team. But then once you enter a tournament or something like that and you play against other teams, you have these like natural rivalries because of like some things in the past or whatever. So I think the great thing about this is that this is like a very, very young sport, and like we are the ones that are shaping it, right? And I think if we're keeping it like this, it'll also probably stay like this. Like anyone who will join will be like, oh, this is what it's like, and will automatically kind of join the herd. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's also another good point about the team aspect, like, because if you've been around a while, and a while doesn't need to be long, like just from my perspective, I've just been doing this for a year now, but it's funny because whenever you go to a different event, well, not whenever, not every time, but many times if you go to an event, you would have a different team. And I love seeing how like how people like, you know, puzzle together at this event, and then you end up puzzling together with these people at that event, or like giving a ride to that person. And so you end up like, yeah, I don't know, like the team of people like that you puzzle with kind of gets wider the more you're in it. And yeah, I think like Stein was a really good example of that, because it's like so many people can say they've been on a team with Stein because he's been to like almost every event there is. And yeah, I just think that's really cool. Like yeah, by the way, are we going to see you on Sunday?
Yeah, so actually next weekend, this puzzle weekend, so I have the Belgium Championship and then the marathon the next day.
Yeah,
so
me too.
Yeah, yay! So yeah, it will be very intense, but also fun.
Yeah, so who's your team on Sunday? Oh yeah, who's your team on Saturday and who's your team on Sunday?
So on Saturday, it's Stijn, actually. And
okay,
then,
there you go.
Fenna and Ruud from Belgium. And then on Sunday, it's me and Ellen, my dad, Jan, Jim, and then Anna Roos who is also, I think she's also participated here sometimes. I'm not sure, but we know her from the Dutch Championship as well.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
competition.
great. Yes, so last time your team won, we were fourth. We hope to gain at least one spot. That's our goal, just to get into the top 3.
I just don't want to be fourth again. It's an ungrateful spot.
Yeah, definitely. So that's, I'm third place queen. So the third place is very nice because you win like from not being fourth, but you're third. So that's very nice. I always say that, right? That silver medalists are less happy than bronze medalists because they've lost gold, and the bronze people have won bronze. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. Well, we look forward to seeing you on. Catherine will see you on Saturday, and I'll see you on Sunday. And good luck for your competition then, and congratulations on first place tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, so we've had a lot more finishes. I haven't been keeping track. Let me just count.
Yeah, I've just seen finish after finish coming in. So I'm sure there's lots of people that have finished. And as we can see, there's also still a lot of people that are still puzzling. And we're already like 1 hour and 20 minutes in. So that also just, again, to show you like the difficulty of this puzzle.
Yeah, so we have 32 finishes at 1 hour 20. So we still have 50 people to go. Yeah. All right. So we just had, as soon as I wrote 32nd, we had Jenny, Ramona, and Anna. So congrats. So now we're at 35th. All right. So our second place today was Kati, but she had to go. And then we have Astrid, who came in third. Is Astrid here? Yes, there you are. Hello. Can put your camera on. Oh, we can't hear you.
There should be a little microphone at the bottom.
Hang on, one moment. Can you unmute yourself? Okay. So she's just going to fix that. So on screen right now, we have Emma, who's got like 4 pieces left. We have Simona, Stephanie. Stephanie's just got her last pieces. Martina, Susanna, and Claudia, all looking good here. And Emma has finished. And Stephanie. And congrats.
Yeah, I'm seeing, I'm looking kind of at the view of where I see everybody's like little squares. And most of the people I see have at least the inner circle done, but most of the people are actually working on the ring of kindness right now.
Yeah, so I've also just added Cameron and Freya to the screen. They're also looking really good there. So while Astrid is just fixing her sound, I'm just going to, Fruji just wanted to make a quick announcement. Fruji, if you're still there, you can just hop back in and turn your mic on.
If she didn't go on her mental health walk, like she said, no, there she is.
Hello.
Hi.
No, I didn't. I'm still here. Yeah, so just a quick thing. As some of you might already know, I'm organizing a competition in Germany, in Siegen, which is like a little bit south of Dortmund, a little bit east of Cologne. So it's pretty accessible from all over. Yeah, and it's pretty much sold out, but there's still, I think, about 5 or 6 places in the beginner category, which is kind of a new thing that I came up with. It's 300 pieces in 75 minutes. So that's the time limit. And it's pretty much a category to like encourage anyone who has never been to a competition or who has never finished a puzzle in the given time at a live competition. There's no way I'm checking like all the online competition that have happened in the past, but live competitions. And yes, that's pretty much it. There's also still spots in the team competition pairs, and the normal 500 in 90 minutes is already sold out. So that was just a quick announcement.
Tell us, could, for example, also children participate in the 300 category?
Yeah, theoretically, yes. I got messages from people saying that it would be perfect for their kids. I don't see the age of the people entered, so I don't know. And like we don't have a separate junior category, but like the 375 minutes is, I think, doable for a child.
Yeah. So that's good to know for people. So if you're there with your kid anyway, sign them up.
Here's the chance.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
and to register, if you're interested in that, go to the Puzzle for Ryan website, and yeah, maybe Fuji, can you put a link to your event in the YouTube chat?
Yeah,
And
sure. I'll head over there just now.
Yeah, so just keep in mind that's for the beginner category for 300 pieces in 75 minutes. The normal category for 500 pieces is full, unfortunately, and there is quite a waiting list, I've heard.
Yes. The last information that I got is that there are about 15 people on it for the normal, and then for pairs there's even more, I think. So yes, there's a pretty big waiting list for the regular classes, but for beginners. So if someone is like getting into the mood of competitions and want to do something live, then here's the chance.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks very much, Fuji, and
Thank you.
yeah, thanks for organizing that.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Let's. Yeah, so she can put a link in the chat, and let's see. Astrid, we'll try again. Astrid. Hello. Yes, I think I heard something. Where is it?
I don't hear you.
Hello.
Oh wait, I solved it.
Okay, there we go.
It's working.
I forgot there's a button on the computer that turns off the microphone.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations, Astrid. This is your highest placement so far, isn't it?
Yes, I think I placed fourth way back in the beginning before many people participated. But yes, this is wild.
Yeah, we had a really a good field of good puzzlers today, so you can be really proud of yourself.
Thanks.
What did you think of the puzzle when you saw that today? Did you think this is going to go fast, or this would be your type of thing?
Oh, I don't know if I had any real expectations. I think I just went straight into thinking, okay, what am I doing first? What am I doing second? And then I think I thought it would be difficult because of the circle with the writing. And then I also thought, oh, Gibsons, that's going to be a bit shiny, so I should move out of my direct lamplight, which I think was a good choice.
Oh, so the other piece is shiny actually, because yeah,
I
guess
think
so.
they're a bit shiny. I
They
mean,
do have they do have a bit of a glossy texture. Yeah. Oh, but that's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
But
So and then what was your strategy? So how did you approach the puzzle?
I went for just different colors at first. So the different shades of yellow and orange and purplish pink. And then, yeah, I built the top and the bottom part, and then I went for the middle and filled in the black. The blacks in the middle are a bit lighter, so those were easy to pick out.
Mhm.
Basically, I left the writing till the very last thing.
Yeah.
Everything around it.
Like everyone, I think everybody is keeping the writing for last. I haven't seen anyone who started with the writing.
Yeah, I think that would be very difficult if you did. But I think that's also learning from the last couple of EJJs that we've done, the ones with the text. I think those have been really good training for now doing text and knowing whether or not it's going to be easy. And since it's a square or a square puzzle with curved text, I felt like I'm not going to be able to do that fast. So, and I was really proud of myself because I shape sorted the pieces for the text immediately. And I was like, go Astrid. I never do that, but anyway, I had to.
Well, then you're one of the few people who did that from the top, like 10 or 15, I would say. The others, only Mari did that at the very end, at least from what I noticed. The others kind of just did it randomly, just pulling pieces and putting them back in the same pile.
Yeah. I think that would have been slower for me to do that. Just because I can't really make any sense of it when it's curved the way it is on square pieces that my brain does not comprehend. So.
Yeah. You also wrote something in as an answer to the question about puzzling and mental health. Let me just read what you said. You said, it helps me zone out from the stresses and concerns of a busy life and allows me to focus on only one thing. And then we'll talk about the next part afterwards. So can you tell us like a little bit more about that? Like what is it about the puzzle? Is there like specific types of puzzle that are like better for this? Or is it any puzzle? Is it only speed puzzling? Is it casual puzzling?
I think for me both work. I think speed puzzling, slow puzzling always helps because it's cozy and you really get your heartbeat down. Whereas I think speed puzzling wasn't that relaxing in the beginning, but it's become such a habit in a way now that it's also relaxing just from the repetition of always doing it. And I don't know if some puzzles are better or worse for it. For me, I like that I also like repeating puzzles. I guess if it's one where you're completely stuck and you get really frustrated, that wouldn't be as relaxing. But other than that, I can't really think of anything. Everyone has their own preferences for what they like in a puzzle, right?
Yeah. Have you found that when you're like in a more stressful period in your life that you also turn to puzzles more in those times?
Yes. I also find that then my work from home days just kind of become puzzle days. Don't tell my boss. But it is really an escape. Like I need to know I'm so stressed. Let me procrastinate and just do puzzles instead.
Yeah, I know someone who is doing like small 100-piece puzzles while on like in meetings or like phone calls that just last a long time where you just kind of have to listen and you don't really participate. So you just kind of do like a sneaky puzzle.
That's a good idea. There should be like such a thing as office puzzles, like your own little puzzle collection that you have in your office for in boring meetings.
Yeah, you know how like companies like Google and these like bigger like tech companies, they have like all of these cool like rooms in their buildings and stuff so that work is fun. They should definitely have like a puzzle section also somewhere.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then you're saying like some other hobbies that have a similar effect on you, knitting and doing yoga. I think yoga is like well known for being like a Zen kind of a sport. And yeah, with knitting, you're like one of many people that is like also like knitting or crocheting. So how did you get into that hobby?
I don't even remember. I think my mom knits and she tried to teach me and my sister and we were really bad at it. And then I think later in life, my friends also knitted and then it became a thing that you could do if you met up at a cafe and then you could knit while you talked. Yeah.
Oh, so you do like social, like knitting?
I mean, honestly, not really. I think I use also knitting for boring meetings as well. And yeah, I don't do that much social knitting, to be honest. I mean, I think it's just that I don't do that much socializing. So I'm supposed to do. I don't know. Yeah, but it's again, knitting is great because that you can participate actively in a conversation with someone else while knitting, and it helps you not overthink how you interact with people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in that way, you can de-stress with knitting, even if you're in a stressful situation. Whereas puzzling, you kind of have to go aside and reset and do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think knitting you can also take with you anywhere, and it's not like I mean, you could technically also take your puzzle with you, like to the airplane and things like that, but the space is so limited. But if you're knitting or crocheting, or you do any type of like craft like this, all you need really is like some needles and some yarn, and then like there you go. So what kind of things do you knit?
Well, I have a 1.5-year-old son, so I knit a lot of vests and sweaters for him. Also because it's easy because they're small.
Yes.
Yeah. Because sometimes it's like doing a big puzzle, right? A big puzzle can become something that it's sort of difficult to begin with because you know it's going to take a long time and maybe you get stuck. And I feel like it's the same with knitting. If you begin a big project, it's sort of insurmountable because, okay, and what if you make a mistake and then you have to figure it out? And like a small thing is just something you can just, like speed puzzling in knitting. Yeah, speed knitting. But I think it's really good to have different hobbies for different situations, different things to keep you calm.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and then obviously yoga. I mean, yeah, that's like one of the things that like everybody would recommend to you if like, oh, I'm so anxious. Like, have you tried yoga? But I think the aspect about yoga that makes it good for like anxiety or stress is this like mindfulness part of it. And somebody else said before that they kind of have the same like mindfulness feeling also when they're puzzling. So that could be like the connection between the two.
And maybe I think, what is that? There's something called craft psychology or something, right? Where it's the thing with like you using both your body and then actively also relaxing with your mind. But the thing of doing something with your hands helps your mind relax. And I guess that's both the same with puzzles and knitting, but also yoga, right? You have to think about how you place your body. And yeah, I think maybe that's something that helps you relax. Because you could also meditate to relax, right? But that's more so just your head, and that's more difficult to actually get under control, I find.
Yeah. Meditation is something I guess you have to practice a lot until you can actually get like the benefits from it. Whereas something like puzzling is something that I think anyone can just do. Yeah, and you know, a lot of people start puzzling when they're kids and then kind of stop puzzling. But yeah, I think it's great that more and more adults are picking up the hobby and also getting into the sport. Is there anything that you would maybe like recommend people that don't feel like puzzling is like very relaxing or something like that? Because there was one person, I think, out of everybody who replied to I was like, is it good for mental health? And so I'm wondering, like, yeah, some people I guess wouldn't see it like that. So like what would you tell those people?
I'm wondering if that's someone who's discovered puzzling through speed puzzling and they only know speed puzzling and only know competitions and therefore think it's not calming, because I get that, because these competitions can be really stressful. But I mean, you can always put on your favorite music, calming music, make it nice and relaxing, slow puzzle something, start that big insurmountable puzzle, and just allow something to take many days to complete. I find it difficult not to find puzzling relaxing, to be honest. But maybe that's also something that you need to practice, right? Like how to relax.
Yeah.
And the whole thing of like letting something take the time it takes and allowing yourself to do only one thing and focusing on that. That takes practice, I think, because today we're used to focusing on so many things at the same time, right? Maybe our nervous system just has to it takes time for it to calm down. So my advice is just puzzle some more, I think.
Yeah, and maybe find like an image that is really speaking to you, where you just like can't wait to have it finished or something like that.
True. That is maybe a better advice.
I wouldn't say it's better. It's maybe a bit more practical, like, because I sometimes talk to people that are not used to puzzling so much, and sometimes they pick then a puzzle to do that I know from experience is going to be very hard to complete, and it's not going to be a satisfying experience. So like I always want to recommend people who want to get into it, like, get easy puzzles, get like really colorful puzzles, don't get like a lot of people get these paintings, because they're like, oh, I want to do the Mona Lisa. But the Mona Lisa is a really hard puzzle. It's a beautiful painting, but it's not a good puzzle. So yeah,
that's true. That's good advice. They should listen to you.
The new Ravensburger puzzle series that they have of 200 and 300 piece puzzles, I think they are great for people to get into it, because they're not so big, and they are usually also advertised with like me moment and like recharge and things like that. So I think those are good puzzles to start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've also started kind of lending those to colleagues to get them into puzzling.
Yeah.
You could totally do this. It's fun. Yeah.
Like, here, get hooked on the same hobby that I have.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess, well, I want to congratulate you again for like your amazing third place today on this difficult puzzle. And do you have any things coming up in the like next week's puzzle wise, or any personal milestones or anything you'd like to share?
Well, we've actually just started. We just have a Danish online competition company that's just started up. That there is actually an online Danish competition the day after tomorrow. So that's exciting for Danish people.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I'm going to the Swedish Nationals next month.
Yeah, I'm hearing good things about Swedish Nationals.
Yeah, I went last time, and they're so professional and they're so good, and it's such a good time. Yeah, I feel like they are like the golden organization in Scandinavia. They're the ones that we try to emulate.
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, Denmark is part of the. Are you part of the Nordic Puzzle
Yes.
Association?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I mean, Denmark should be, I think. All right. Well, unless Michelle has another question for you, then I would say thank you so much for participating and for talking to us and for sharing your insights on mental health. I thought they're really interesting to hear, and hopefully, people also thought it was interesting.
Hopefully.
Yeah, thanks so much, Astrid, and congratulations. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, so we are at 1 hour and 43 minutes, and we've had, let me double check. So about 63 finishes so far. So I think we have about 20 people still puzzling. But we're getting close. So yeah, so the time limit is 2 hours. So we still have just over 16 minutes to go. So yeah, keep on doing your best. And congrats, Annalise just finished and Daniela just finished as well. And
Daria also finished.
Yes.
Yeah, I see like the view with all the little things, and I think most of you will be able to finish. You have like 15 minutes left, and a lot of you only have to do the text, or even like less, just a few pieces of the text. So keep going.
Okay, so on screen right now we have Mandy, Ayana, Lena, Gabriella, Leah, Amy, and Emma. So all just working on that circle of kindness, that ring of kindness. And yeah, all those on screen right now will, yeah, very confident they'll finish in the next 15 minutes, and a lot of others too who are, yeah, still plugging away. So yeah, Catherine, did we have another interview planned for today?
Yeah, no. I tried to find people who either wrote like some really interesting things and also said yes to an interview. And a lot of people who wrote interesting things didn't want to be interviewed. So I thought maybe we can just read more of the people that wrote like a bit longer texts. Yeah, or they are not finished puzzling yet. So that's also another
yeah, I think that was a good idea, because some people wrote a lot. We had a lot of yeah, so not just like a few word answers, but like proper sentences and like multiple sentences. So people did take the time to think about this and write some nice comments. So yeah, who do we have on screen right now? We've got Mandy. Let's see if she wrote anything. No. Yana Lena. So Yana Lena, yeah, I've already read hers out. So she likes piano and crocheting. Then we have Gabriella. She didn't answer. Oh, but Leah had a nice answer. Yeah, you can go ahead and read Leah's answer.
There we go. Yeah, Leah wrote a nice long answer. So she says, puzzling, especially speed puzzling, takes my mind off everything else. It gives my otherwise busy, endless, thought-provoking brain a break. There's also a great dopamine release when a puzzle is particularly nice or when the pieces are just flying. Other than that, I gain a lot from being a member of the community. I have a fine social life otherwise, but it's an amazing thing to share a hobby with such a big group of people who also love puzzles. The community is so wholesome and including, and if I'm ever in a bad mood, I just go on my puzzle profile on Instagram and instantly feel cheered up when looking at people's posts and comments. Some people compete against each other, yes, but everyone supports and helps each other, and I have never experienced a similar community. So it's just kind of reiterating, what we've already talked about. And I think we had a whole competition where we were talking about the community aspect of puzzling. But it's interesting for me to read that this community aspect has also such a big impact on people's mental health. And I guess maybe it shouldn't be surprising, because like we know that connection to other people and being part of a group and things like that can be very beneficial for your mental health. But I'm great to see. I think it's really great to see how people are embracing it as well, because you don't have to be part of the community. You could also just like come and do your thing and then go, and like not be part of it. But yeah, it's really nice to see how people are. And another thing that she said that I can also relate to was this dopamine release when you put a piece in, when you finish a puzzle, and you just feel like you've like accomplished something, like you spent time doing something and you finished it, and like there it is, and you can look at it, and it just feels good to finish a puzzle.
Yeah, no, I think it's a part that also makes it addictive. It's just like one more piece, or 5 more minutes, and then I'll go to bed. And then, like you're just having such a good time. Like there's sometimes I've just finished a puzzle and I'm just like, oh, that was just, I was having the best time of my life there, just for a while. I was completely in my own little world, lost in my own thoughts, and just enjoying the puzzle.
I think that's also why these marathons work so well, because you're just kind of really in it, and you're just like putting pieces, and the goal is just like, yes, more puzzles, more puzzling. And people who are not into the hobby, they don't understand. Like my husband, for example, sometimes he will join me to do a puzzle, and then we do a puzzle together. But he would never. He's asking me. I was like, "Why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you going to this marathon to puzzle for like 10 or 12 hours?" And then I'm like, "Yeah, because it's just so much fun to do." And I think it's also time, first of all, that you spend out of the house, you spend away from screens, and you spend it together in the community that a lot of us only, or like experience most of the time only online on our phones, or maybe in these competitions that we're doing here. But going to a live event is a completely different experience, and just kind of this addiction that you were talking about. I think just like how puzzles themselves are addictive, I feel like the puzzle events are also addictive.
Yeah. So it reminds me of something that Jackie mentioned. So Jackie from New Zealand, she said that the New Zealand Jigsaw Puzzle Association, they organize events on Mental Health Day. So there is a World Mental Health Day. Or at least in New Zealand, Mental Health Awareness Week. It's in October, and yeah, they organize an event, a puzzling event, and promote puzzling as something therapeutic. And because I hadn't seen that kind of as an angle before, like an association specifically promoting that, and I thought that was a really interesting connection that they're doing that in New Zealand. Yeah, so we just had some more finishes. Well done to Gabriella and Yama. So who else do we have on screen?
Yeah, I also wanted to mention what Kati wrote in as her answer to the question about puzzling and mental health, because she mentioned that it feels kind of like meditating. And in bad times, there's a fun activity that has the power to lighten up my mood. And I just talked about this with Astrid, about this kind of mindfulness meditation aspect of puzzling. And I think especially I guess any type of puzzle that you do you can get into this kind of meditative state. And it will not be as hard as like only meditation, because you actually are doing something physically, and like with your eyes, and you look and you put things in. And so I also like that idea, and just this that you can have these moments of where you can center yourself and like maybe ground yourself in the present moment, and like your present moment you're focused on the puzzle. So it's like a nice a very good addiction compared to all the many bad like addictions people can have, like even just like caffeine addictions or things like that, with puzzling, I don't think anything will be, you can, it can only be good for you. I guess maybe not for your back if you're doing it standing up.
Yeah, it's interesting, this reference to meditation. So I personally cannot meditate. I have been to like a meditation class once, a very long time ago, but I find it really hard to, like, I don't know, empty my mind, or to kind of, I don't know, like I just have a extremely active brain. And even when I sleep, like I have like really active dreams every single night. So meditation in itself is something that never worked for me. But I found that when I puzzle, it's like then my mind can focus. I don't know, it doesn't empty my mind, it doesn't clear my mind, but it gives my mind a way to focus. That, yeah, it's because my hands are just moving and occupying. My hands are doing their own thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a strange thing to explain, because also somebody asked me on the weekend how I said I can listen a lot better when I'm puzzling, because there are some certain things that I listen to on the weekend, and I like to puzzle along at the same time. And she said, well, my friend said, well, don't you find it, harder to listen because then you're concentrating? But it's like that my hands can kind of disconnect from my brain somehow. But yeah. Or maybe I just haven't learned how to meditate. Maybe that's the problem.
Meditation, it's hard. I think that's something you have to really practice, and it's easier. I think it's easier to do meditation. I mean, I don't know if like somebody who's like an expert in meditation would like classify this as that. But I think it's easier to do while you're doing something else that you can kind of automatically do, like, which is why yoga, I think, is nice for people to get like an insight into meditation, because you breathe and you move with your breath, and if you can only think about that, then it's like your mind is focused, and like other thoughts like might pop up, but you're just kind of ignoring them, or you acknowledge them and then you like let them go, which is what they say you should do when you meditate. And having something else like to focus on, like for example, I also have with crocheting. You're like in your mind just counting the stitches, and you're thinking like how do I have to do this? And then next row I do this, and you like have to, and then your hands are really busy doing it, and it's like precision stuff that you do. So you're like occupied with your hands, you're occupied with your mind, and then there's not much else that's like can get into you. And with puzzling, I don't have this like counting stuff going on in my head, which is why I like to listen to podcasts when I'm puzzling, because I can also, I guess, I don't know if I would say listen better, but it gives me something productive to do while I listen to my podcast. So it feels like I'm multitasking, but I'm also like very relaxed at the same time. And a lot of the hobbies that people are writing down are also kind of going into that, are like in that vein of like, hobbies that can relax, like cross-stitching, and what else did I see? Two times cross-stitching right after each other.
Yeah, a couple of people say cross-stitching. You mentioned the word multitasking, and actually Patrick said that. He said it helps me to concentrate and multitask. To relax. So puzzling helps him to concentrate and multitask, but to relax, he prefers to play board games and video games.
Yeah. And that's also maybe because of a video game, even though you're saying it's not multitasking, but in a video game, you're seeing stuff, you have to react to things, you use your hands to react to whatever you see on the screen. Sometimes you have to like I, for example, like to play video games that have like puzzling elements to it somewhat. So you like have to think about like, how do I solve this puzzle that's like in front of, not a jigsaw puzzle, but like a, I don't know, brain puzzle, thought puzzle. I don't know how you say that. And it's definitely multitasking, I would say, video gaming. So
Yeah, it's interesting. Like I'm not I don't like video games, and I never really did except when I was a kid, when we had a like Sega Mega System or whatever it's called, Sega Mega Drive, Master System. Anyway, so that's in the days of like Sonic the Hedgehog. But I was never really good at like games where you had to like jump and move around and collect things. Like I just didn't have the coordination for that. But I really enjoyed one game called Columns, and the other game was Tetris. And my brother always called them puzzle games. And I could have played those games for hours, but it's like all the other games that I tried, it's like, you try and do something and then you die, then you try and do it again and then you die. And, it was very unsatisfying, and I just didn't have the coordination. But I loved the games where you like line things up and get everything in a row and then they disappear.
yeah,
So it's
very
like,
satisfying.
yeah, so it's like somehow ever since, even when I was a kid, I was attracted to puzzles. I just didn't know it, that at some point it would be such a big part of my life. So we also have Jana Vancouver. She's getting quite close, and I'd like to read what she wrote. She says, puzzling gives me the opportunity to zoom out of the world around me and zoom into myself. The world is happening around me while I'm focused in on those tiny pieces of cardboard that make sense and fit together perfectly in a pattern that is up to me to discover. So I really like the way she described that. Like, so she's kind of like the master of her own universe when she's doing doing a puzzle. And she also loves reading, crocheting, and geocaching. All puzzles and patterns in a way, all worlds that let me explore on my own terms, focus in on something that makes sense, has an order, or lets the outside world disappear for a moment.
Yeah, I love that.
It's quite poetic. Yeah, so it's interesting. So like crocheting or geocaching, they're all puzzles and patterns in a way, all worlds that let her explore on her own terms. That's really a nice way of describing it. Oh, sorry. I was so distracted. It's 2 hours. Please stop puzzling. So I just saw a comment from Richard that said 5 seconds. Okay, so I let you get 40 seconds on me there. I was so caught up in Jana's dreamy universe. So where are we? So we have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 people to count. So remember, if you have 3 pieces or more, they are connected and they count. And please, write a message how many leftover pieces you have. Yeah, so sorry. I honestly thought this was easier puzzle, so I didn't expect that when I ordered this puzzle, that it would on one way be kind to your mind and other ways be a bit of a burden to some people. A bit of a struggle, but I hope you enjoyed the puzzle anyway. I'm thinking of possibly gluing this one together and actually putting it on the wall. I quite like the image.
Yeah, I think this would be like a good puzzle to do that with. Also a good reminder.
Yeah. I mean, I know I did some things wrong here, and well, first of all, I would do it one more. You have to put it together again. It's now in the bag, but I would have to put it together again anyway if I wanted to glue it. But I think I could get this one faster. And then it's kind of a nice reminder to see that on the wall. So thanks to those, everyone who participated. And we had a lot of people chatting in the comments. So Rika wrote something. There are studies about how doodling can help people concentrate, for example, in meetings. I think puzzles and crafts like knitting and crochet can work similarly if you are used to the activity. Yeah, so that's kind of along the lines of, because like often you're in these meetings where just one person is talking and you just have to be present, but you're not necessarily like conversing or interacting.
Mm-hmm. I used to have that at lectures, that there's just so much information that if I just listen to the person, it doesn't like land. But if I'm doing something else, just on my table, like doodling or something like that, then the information like actually I can absorb it better.
Yeah, I'm definitely one who always would like doodle during my university lectures. Yeah, I find I have a hard time just staring at somebody who's talking. I really need like, something else. So yeah, I was always like drawing away. And also when I take telephone calls, and I'm always like writing little notes or like scribbling on my paper. I just want to remind, so those people who are interested in the 50+ competition that we added, that's for it's a new one called EJJ 50+, or if you're interested in the top-ups as well, for number 53 or number 59, we will be putting these online at 9:30. So so that will be in about 25 minutes. So hopefully people are interested, and we get some more participants in those competitions, and it sounds like a lot of people wanted to be in the 50+ competition. For those who haven't heard of what that is before, that is for 50 minutes, not years. So people who haven't been able to get under 50 minutes on their first attempt 6 times or more. So if you've managed to get like maybe 1 or 2 or up to 5, maximum of 5 under 50 minutes on your first attempt, then you're still part of the 50+ club, and you're welcome to participate in that. If you have done 6 or more, then sorry, you're too good, you're too fast. And we want to give an opportunity to like the next tier of participants, to give them a boost and give them a chance to feel what it's like being commentated on and being like in the exciting podium. So I think we've got everybody's numbers now, so that's really great. And so thanks, Catherine. Thanks for your time today. I really appreciate it. And to all our participants, and to those on YouTube. And we'll see you next week. Thanks very much.
Bye.
Bye.